anyways, so yesterday was a bit of a hectic day. We had a really big time crunch to go on. Yesterday was like a battle. It was really, so yesterday we started at 9. We got the truck in, like the project truck in about 9:40, 10 o'clock ish, maybe a little past 10. We had it up on the hoist, going through it, just screwing around, and then we said, okay, time to get it done. Anyway, so we got the transmission out by around 12 o'clock. Then we had to run to Calgary to pick up the new transmission. I had no time to do any videos on this, so I wasn't too happy about that whole situation, but we had to get it done. We had to get it out, and the new tranny picked up. Now I should have videoed, put the tranny in, but didn't really have the time. But anyway, we are off to GM to get some transmission fluid, and hopefully this thing moves under its own power. I'm happy about that. Alright, we got some fluid in her. She's moving under her own power. This is very good news. We're very happy to hear about this. So, I'm just gonna take this thing out for a boot scoot. Now, the actuator is messed up on it, so we have to see what gear. It might be in 4 low for all I know right now. It definitely feels like it's in 4-wheel drive. So it's in 4 low right now, so we have to go under there and change it manually because we took the actuator out because it's messed up. But that takes a minute or two. Pile.
So old.
Huh?
It's so old.
What are you talking about? So Sarah is peeling the decals off the unit project truck. Got the new transmission in it, the new steady bearing in it, new rear main in it. Already has brand new front end, brand new brakes, rotors, caliper on the driver's side, I believe it was. So right now you can see Sarah is ripping off the old decals off of the old company that owned it. And we are going to get ready to get the interior tackled. You ready for that one? Yeah. But after putting the new transmission in, we have to sadly send it off to GM to have them program it because it's a brand new GM transmission. So that I'm not looking forward to, but it is what it is. Right now we're just testing the batteries and charging them up, making sure that they're good. And then we got to fix this rear quarter. See, it's pretty dented in there. Pretty rough. But this stuff is gonna go. We don't do that stuff here. No moldings. You can see the interior is just butchered. Disgusting, filthy. So we are gonna put brand new leather, heated and cooled seats in it. We're gonna put a brand new fresh carpet in it. A door handle. I need that. Let's see if I can open this back one. There we go. There's all this wood that they had, and there's a big gaping hole there, so that's gonna get fixed. The only thing we haven't got is the roof liner yet. So that is one thing that we're gonna have to gather up here shortly. I think I'm gonna try pulling this dent a little bit because the dent is just such an eyesore. So I think I'm gonna try somehow bringing that out. There's a dent here too. Get a tailgate for this thing. And we already got a back bumper. Everything we had to get for this truck we thought was just a interior and a transmission, but it turned out we need an exhaust we needed a transmission, we needed a drive shaft, we needed a tailgate, as we already knew, and tail light. But now we're just finding more and more things. So realistically, it's gonna be like a brand new truck. What's that? What's that? What?
Please tell me you're taking these off.
Yes. Peel it off. Yep. Not satisfied. Those are ugly.
Yeah, they hold so much dirt.
They hold a lot of dirt. Oh yeah. Get it. Throw it in the back box. So Sarah.
8 bucks.
Yeah, 8-foot ugly box. Sarah already ripped off the decal off the back, so we got a little bit of razor blading there. Look at the dirt coming out of that thing.
That's cow shit.
That's cow shit. That could be cow shit. You could be might not be wrong. Oh yeah, look at that. That's nice. Sniff it. Dare you? No, I'll eat it.
Cow patties.
Yummy. That's good for the skins. That front bumper, I hate cross iron bumpers. It's so ugly. We're gonna have to do something with that. I don't know. That's just.
Get an SS bumper.
Nah, we might just throw an HD bumper back on it. We'll see. I think I'm gonna try banging out this fucking quarter. Try banging it out a little bit. It ain't gonna be probably pretty. No, that's too much character for me. That's way too much character for me. Well, we got most of the dent out, but it's pretty ugly. So look at that dent right there. Oh. All right, let's see what Sarah's doing right now. Oh, she's doing the removal of the gooey's. Let's get ERS, Sarah.
Huh? Oh.
See what she doing?
Spying on me?
Yeah.
Rude.
I spy my little eye. Something burning rubber.
That smells good.
It doesn't smell bad. I'm not looking forward to doing the interior in this. I don't know what this guy hit. Like, that was a really bad hit. These tires and rims are ridiculous. We are definitely getting some rims and tires for this thing. Yeah. Another thing that we have to get, and that's a new actuator for the front drive. But look at that nice shiny new transmission. Look at that. And we gotta finish exhaust because chopped off there. New center bearing. Whole new front end, all brand new. Lift kit's actually fairly new too, I guess the guy was saying. But look at the size of the hole we have to fix. Like, hey Sarah,
Yeah?
can we put a toilet where that hole is?
No.
But we can poop while we drive.
No.
Oh, you're such a party pooper.
Yes, I am.
Not cool. Not cool. Alright, so this is going to be something that's super fun. That is going to be super fun anyway. So the aftermarket, or the new seats, sorry, are heated and cooled and full power. This one you can clearly see it doesn't have any of that, and it didn't have the options on the door panel. So realistically, you're supposed to change the whole harness, but we're gonna wire it up a little different and have aftermarket switches for that stuff. And then we already checked, brake booster's working. So we gotta get this seat out and this computer thing out. There's the new carpet for it. This wooden piece in the front and the wooden piece in the back, because we got a new console. But how did they bolt this in? That's a question. I literally had 3 hammers all in a row. And I take the smallest one. Look at that. All right, so we got 4 screws holding your bad boy in. Clearly, I wasn't thinking about that. I just put the new carpet on the passenger side, and I just smashed this half-made bullshit console out. And yeah, look at this. Look at the mess on the new carpet. Oh, that sucks so good. What's this doohickey? Some sort of charging port and oh, Wilson collar thingamajigger. Well, that really sucks. Well, we're gonna clean that carpet again. Like a part of me, as much as I really hate long box, I don't mind a dually box. So that might be something we're gonna do to this, is we might actually put the newer style, like 2016 box on this truck. We've already done it with a 2009. It was already a dually. It was my old man's truck, but it has like a 6-inch lift, and we put a 2016 dually box on it. It actually looked pretty decent. The body lines weren't 100%, but you wouldn't even notice unless somebody pointed out. But maybe we'll see. I don't know, because like realistically, this body style dually is not a very attractive looking with how bubbly it is. But yeah, I don't know. We're gonna see. We're gonna see. I mean, worst comes to worst, I just put a whole new box side on it, or take the time and straighten this one out. That sounds like more work, but it's something that we can do. So right now, we got the moldings off, we got the logos off, we got the logo off the back window, we just gotta clean it up. We got a little bit of that dent pulled out. We got this bad boy charging up right now, making sure that the battery is 100%. Got to figure out what's going on with the winch unit. Should probably unplug that. Got these side decals off, so we just gotta get these bottom moldings cleaned up where the old moldings were. Like, this thing's just filthy. So like my plan is, once we rip everything out of this truck, we are gonna do like a super deep clean on this thing. Like, I mean, we're gonna scrub every little inch of it. We're not gonna do anything with the roof because the roof is ruined already, so we're gonna just buy a new roof. But I mean, this thing's gonna look pretty good when it's done. Really hope so. Like, I'm excited. Alright, so we did throw the original seat back in because we got a lot of wiring to go. We just got that piece off right now. We're gonna make some for that. We have the piece, we just gotta modify it a little bit. Handle still off, but anyway, see the seats, rear seats are in, bolted up. All right, so we had to stop doing the video of the interior because I had to get the truck in to the dealership for them to reprogram the transmission. I guess there was a couple recalls that they had to do, so they kept it overnight. So hopefully today afternoonish, they'll call and say, hey, your truck's ready. And then we can finish off the interior. Now there's a few other things that I have to figure out on the truck, and I gotta do some testing and everything. There's the DVD players and the headrests. I gotta figure out what I have to do to make those work. The heated and cooled seats, I gotta figure out how to make those work. The power up, down, front, back shouldn't be too much of a problem. If I remember correctly, they should already have a harness under there for the basic power ram. So I don't know, we'll see, because I could be wrong, because usually there's a module for left and right side of the seats, so I don't know, but stay tuned. All right, it's windy as hell today, but we finally get to pick up the old girl. Ugh, filthy. All right, funny rolling in there with this thing because they sure gave me a weird look, like, ooh, fixing this truck? Yeah, it's ugly, but she has potential. We'll see how everything else goes with it. Still engine light on and a couple other things, but that's probably because there's no, actually I don't even know, but we'll find out. We'll find out. I think it's still stuck in 4-wheel drive. Oh yeah, the actuator's still out of it, so that could be another reason why it's not taking the engine light off. Alright, so we got the truck back from the dealership. Taking out the seats right now. I finished wiring the passenger side, and now I'm going to be doing the driver's side, but there's something a little different on wiring wise, so I gotta go to the drawing board and figure out what diagram is right for this. But other than that, let's go see what Sarah's doing. So this is Sarah's Genesis with an LS swap. I did this LS swap about 5 years ago. Oh shit, baby. You getting ready to do all that cam stuff. Oh, you got coolant in the cylinders. You're gonna have to vacuum that out and wipe it out, man.
Great.
Are you doing it the hard way? I told you to do the impact.
Yeah.
Impact them out. Screw them screw them back in by hand. All right.
I know. Impacts were alive around here.
Oh, yeah, there's lots around here. Smart ass. So, yep. So this is Sarah's 2010 Genesis LS. Whoa! Look at the mess you made.
Careful. That's fat ball. Those heads are junk. Careful my pretty intake over there.
Oh my god.
Okay? That's the only thing I care about.
Really? No, I guess it's broken already.
Bumpers messed up anyway.
So Sarah's gonna be doing a big cam in this car. Oh yeah. You know what I should have done when we had it running? I should have checked the oil pressure.
I thought you did.
I didn't check the oil pressure. We just did a compression test.
Yeah, that's right.
We should have checked the oil pressure to see if your oil pump is still keeping up, because once you go with the big cam and everything, it's probably good to have a good pump.
I'm sure it's fine. It's an LS, hello.
Yeah, that's actually one of the weak points of the LS. That's actually a weak point on the LS. So yeah. All right, well, I gotta go figure out wiring diagram. What do you need? What you need? What you want?
I'm thinking I want to go aftermarket rad.
You want to go with aftermarket rad?
Yeah.
Oh, that's a custom out. I'll have to get measurements on it then.
So much room factor. Fuck it, I'm gonna go buy a turbo.
You're single.
So much room for activities.
How about one thing at a time?
But I'm already here.
I have to deal with her. Wants all these ponies, but just don't know how to put a saddle on the horse. Oh, wow, look at that face. It's ridiculous.
I mean, I could drive an automatic, but I don't.
Do it.
That's riding a saddle without a horse.
No, having all those ponies and not knowing how to handle them is...
I drive your cars, so.
Yeah, touche. Yeah, well. All right, I gotta go figure out my stuff.
Yeah.
I see you should probably get that coolant out of those cylinders pretty quick. Hey! Okay, so I actually remembered, oddly, that there was one wire that you also have to connect on the driver's side. Usually on the passenger side, it's pretty simple. The big fat red wire with the white stripe is your positive, and your black fat wire is your negative. Now on the driver's side, it's a little different because there's a little bit more to it. Now, I'm not gonna go through everything. I'm just gonna pretty much just tell you guys what wires to hook up that are gonna be simple. So on your driver's side, now let's just say my seats are out of, I believe, a 2011 Denali or LTZ, and it has heated and cooled seats. So we're only gonna hook up the motors right now. Down the road, we're gonna show you how to hook up the heated and cooled seats, but that requires a couple relays and a couple aftermarket switches, because we're not doing the whole switch from there all the way through the body control module, blah, 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 all the way up to the door panels, because we're gonna keep the original door panels. So basically, if you look at this plug, number 7, I believe this is A, yeah, so A, so you'll see a little on the corner. This is A section. Number 7 is your big fat red wire with the white line on it, and then on the other side is your B, and that one will be your number 6. And what you want to do is you want to connect both of those guys together for this to work. Now, I haven't tested it. I'm just going off of kind of a rough memory, but I'm usually pretty good with this stuff. I mean, I get part numbers in my head from years ago, like a lot of LS cams. So like, you know, something as simple as like a good booster cam would be your 54-444-11 cam. That should be a 114 lobe spread. 3060 2003 is a trick flow cam. That's, I believe, a 112 lobe spread. That's good for an actually aspirated setup. 54-454-11, if I remember correctly, was a 114 also lobe spread. Over 600 lift, so that's a really raunchy cam. These are just things I have in my head because I've done so many LSs. But anyway, what we're gonna do is we're gonna go back to the truck. We're gonna hook these up and see where we're at, and then all the rest of the stuff we're gonna show you guys, because you know, This one's probably for the airbag in the seat, this because it has the cushion airbag, heated, cooled, high, low, and then there's a couple other ones I will do, like, you know, a couple other things. But this should control your front, back, tilt, and it should do up and down on the butt. And what else? Lumbar support, should do everything. So let's go home. Let's go. Now, even though this truck is a basic truck, it did have a plug underneath, and it says a power and ground, and all of them should have this plug. The driver's side will have 2 extra little wires coming off of it, but those are for your seat belt to tell you that, hey, your seat belt's not on. But anyway, what we're gonna do, I'll show you this plug actually quick. So this is the plug. As you can see, I've cut the positive and the negative already off of it, and those 2 little wires are for your seat belt. Now, this is one thing I do once in a blue moon. I don't really tell people this, but if you actually connect those 2 wires together, you'll never have a seatbelt light on again. Even if you have your seatbelt on or off, it will always be off. You could do it the different way, where you actually stick a like a fuse. You can put like a number 15 fuse in there, and that way, well, it's a little spread out, but anyway, you can put a fuse in there if you wanted to, or whatever. Or if you want to connect it, we will show you guys what one to connect for the seatbelt. But let's get going. I want to see this thing work, because the seat is all the way forward and there's no way I could drive this thing with it being so close to the steering wheel. So one thing I will highly recommend for you guys also to be careful, make sure you got your 2 back bolts in tight, because if you play like this, I don't even know if this is going to work yet. The reason why is because if one of those tracks get off a line, your seat will be crooked, and you're going to have a nightmare getting these bolts in, and it'll never line up properly. So, moment of truth, we'll see if this thing works right now. All right, let's see. Don't worry about the mess, we'll fix that up, but we want to test this and make sure that the seat works. Ooh, we're working. There's tilt. There's the pump. Tilt everything. Down, up. Look at that. Alright, so that's a good test. That was really good. So it's literally just those 3 wires on the driver's side. On the passenger side, you don't really have to worry about too many except for the 2 wires. And it's real simple. On the passenger side, I'll show you guys. But what we're going to do, actually, I'll show you now. Alright, so on this side, I guess you guys can't really see much of it. But anyway, this is your big fat red wire. And then this is your big fat negative wire. So it's literally just those 2 that connect, and that's it, just those 2. Now they say that there is 3, but realistically there are just the 2 on the passenger side, and this one should pump up. Yeah, so you can kind of hear the pump. There you go. It's probably also sell that the DVD players are on the heads. Yes, they work. I made them work and everything. We'll double check and test those right now. I need to get the front seats finished tight and get this thing all adjusted. I'm getting really happy. This is getting really close to being done as an interior wise stuff for that ugly ass roof. And then we might get a new steering wheel and a couple other little things, but little bit by little bit.